Gaston Leroux was French. He was born in Paris on 6 May 1868. His mother and father owned a clothes shop in Paris. Leroux was a lively boy. He liked literature and the theater. Sometimes he was in trouble with his parents and with the city officials.
Leroux started to be a lawyer, but he did not enjoy this work. Then his father died and Leroux got 1 million francs. The young man spent all the money in 6 months.
In 1890, Leroux became a reporter. He worked for the newspaper, the Echo de Paris. He wrote about trials and criminals. He also wrote reports about plays in the theater. His reports were clear and exciting. He became successful. Later, he was a journalist for the Paris newspaper, Le Matin.
Leroux was a big, heavy man. He had a large black beard. He liked fine clothes and good food and drink. From 1894 to 1906, Gaston Leroux traveled to many countries. He wrote about wars and revolutions. He visited dangerous places many times. He had to put on unusual clothes and change his hair. Then he left these countries separately. Leroux started to write stories and plays in the 1900s. In 1907, he stopped traveling. He did not work as a journalist. He did not write for newspapers. He wrote plays, poems, and stories. He wrote adventure stories, romance, detective stories, and horror stories. Some of the stories are "The Mystery of the Yellow Room", "The Perfume of the Lady in Black", "The Man Who Came from the Dead", "The Secret", Leroux's most famous stories. The Phantom of the Opera was published in 1911. Leroux died in Nice, France on 16 April 1927. He was 59 years old.
Time 1880 to 1890. Place Brittany and the Paris Opera House, France. The Phantom of the Opera is a horror story. Gaston Leroux visited the Paris Opera House many times. He liked huge, beautiful buildings. He watched ballets. He listened to music and operas. Operas are musical plays. In an opera, the people on the stage do not speak. They sing.
The Opera House was built between 1861 and 1875. It is 167 meters long, 122 meters wide, and 81 meters high. It had 17 floors and a tall roof. There are 18 dressing rooms for actors, dancers, and musicians. There are very many stairs, corridors, and storerooms. In the 1900s, 1,500 people worked in the building. Under the Opera House, there were stables for horses, and there was a lake.
In 1910, The Root heard some strange story about the opera house. The people of the opera house talked about a ghost. The ghost lived in the building. Accident had happened in the building too. Once, a huge glass chandelier fell from the ceiling. One woman died. The Root thought about these things and he wrote his book.
Many films and plays have been made of the story. The Phantom of the Opera. In 1925, there was an American film of the story. An actor called Lon Chaney was the Phantom. The film was very popular. In 1986, Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote a musical play about the Phantom. Many thousands of people in London and New York have seen this musical. The place was the Court of Brittany in North France. The time was a summer evening in 1880. Two people were sitting by the sea. They were sitting on sandy beach near an old church. There were a young girl and an old man. The girl was singing and the old man was playing a violin.
The young girl's name was Christine. The old man was her father. Christine and her father were traveling musicians. They traveled through all the countries of Europe. Sometimes they performed in the streets. Christine had a beautiful voice. In every country, people love Christine's voice.
On that evening in 1880, Christine was looking at the sea. She was singing a sad song. It was a song about the sea and about love. A man and a young boy were walking on the beach. They stopped near Christine and her father. They listened to the music. The boy's name was Rowell. He was 11 years old. The man was Rowell's brother, Philip. Philip was much older than Rowell. He was 31. The two brothers stood near Christine and her father. Christine sung and her father played his violin. Rowell and Philip listened to the music.
Christine was wearing a long blue scarf. Suddenly, the wind blew the scarf from Christine's neck. The wind blows the scarf into a sea.
"I will get your skirt," said the young boy. "Stay there. I will bring it to you." "No, Rowell, no," said Philip. "Don't go into the sea." But Rowell did not listen to his brother. He ran into the sea. He took the blue skirt from the water. He ran back to the beach and he gave the skirt to the young girl.
"Thank you," said Christine. "Thank you. I will always remember you."
Rowell's clothes was wet, and Rowell's brother was angry. "We must go home immediately," Philip said. "You must put on some dry clothes." But Rowell did not want to go home. He wanted to talk to the young girl. "Will you sing a song for me?" Rowell asked Christine.
"Yes," said Christine. "I will sing for you."
Again, the old man played the violin and Christine sang. She sang a sad and beautiful song. It was a song about love and about the stars. You have a beautiful voice, said Raoul. You sing very well.
My father teaches me very well, said Christine.
No, Christine, said the old man. I am not a good teacher. You will have a better teacher soon.
Don't say that, father, said Christine. You are a wonderful teacher.
The old man spoke to Philip and Raoul. Christine will have a better teacher, he said. I will die soon. Then I will send a wonderful teacher to my daughter. I will send an angel of music to you.
Don't say that, please, father, said Christine again.
But the old man said, Yes, Christine, I will die soon. I will send an angel of music to you. Suddenly, everybody heard a very beautiful song. It was a sound of another violin. The sound came from the old church near the beach. Christine turned her head. Her eyes were shining. There were tears in her eyes.
Oh, she said, that is beautiful. Is that the angel of music?